Hello warriors, welcome to the movement. I am B, and today, as much as in a lot of ways I don't want to do a video, I'm doing one anyways because I think that a lot of people are being really tested or squeezed. I've often described this awakening process as like a ketchup sachet that is being squeezed to get the every last little bit out, and I've been getting squeezed big time as of late. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the insights that are coming to me, because I know there's a lot of other people out there that suffer from trauma, whether it be complex post-traumatic stress disorder of traumas that occurred prolonged through their childhood, or more short-term traumas, PTSD type symptoms that develop. And I've done a lot of videos on trauma, and I have a playlist there. That's the best way to find some of those videos. And what I'm coming to a new level of awareness now after having a full-blown panic attack this morning, and desperately trying to find ways to re-regulate my nervous system. And that's been a process, an ongoing trial and error, succeed and fail, get a couple steps ahead and fail again, as I get triggered by stressful situations. And I am aware that my fight or flight response is like a hair trigger, and something comes in and I go from 0 to 100 in 60 seconds, and immediately go down all the rabbit holes that come along with complex post-traumatic stress disorder, the catastrophizing, the doomsdaying, the worst case scenarioing, and my mind can it's hard to rein in once it's galloping off, and it can get into the craziest of thoughts, which only exacerbate the situation and make me even more panicked. And then I'm shaking and nervous and I realize a lot of this has, goes back as far as my childhood, when it wasn't safe. It wasn't safe to emote, and so emotions sometimes scare the living bejesus out of me, especially the fearful ones, the panic or the anxiety, because it feels like losing control, right? And then it's like a spiral, because what happens after I do finally manage to somewhat regulate again. And today I used the tools offered to me from my trauma counselor, which was to do a cold shower. And I have to say that brought me back down to planet Earth, which is fantastic. That I have a tool now that I can pass on to you that works. It's not pleasant while you're in it, but those cold plunges, if you have access to one of those, that would be super awesome. If not, just standing in the shower for 5 minutes, and then doing all the other tools that I use for trying to regulate my nervous system, that has been a work in progress for a lot of months now. So, deep belly breathing, getting out in nature, sitting by a tree, getting your bare feet on the ground, chamomile tea, aromatherapies that are soothing, like frankincense or chamomile again, or rose are ones that I use frequently. Solfeggio frequencies, or affirmations. And one of the affirmations tools that I use is I make my own affirmations now. So just, getting an app on your phone and recording yourself using mantra or affirmations. And I like to use the you as opposed to I in my affirmations, because you is a way to calm and soothe the inner child that's been activated and is in a state of nervousness. So, you are safe. Everything's going to be okay. You've got this. You're doing well. Whatever it is. I do find the you ones, but using my own voice as I'm recording this, and then I play it on repeat. So you make a 5-minute little recording of yourself saying whatever it is that you need to hear in the moment, something soothing, something as a tool for reparenting and reprogramming. And using your own voice is way more powerful than finding affirmations online. Although, I have used those in the past as well, but I find making my own is the way to go these days. Also, what has been recommended to me is, really getting into your body and using your 5 senses to get back into safety. And, can my eyes see? A friend was reminding me today, can your eyes see anything that's going to kill you now? No, then you're safe. Can your ears hear anything that's unsafe? No, and so on through your sensory systems. Because panic is a bitch, and having a dysregulated nervous system is one of the most challenging missions that I've had to face on this healing journey, because it just seems to go in cycles and cycles and cycles. And then what happens is, after I have regulated myself, I get into a place of a lot of shame. And I haven't really talked about shame in any of my previous videos. Somebody had asked me if I had done a video on shame before, and I knew it was going to come eventually. But when you are dysregulated and you're acting out of panic, and you make decisions, at least I know I have, when you make decisions in that panic-stricken mode, oftentimes they're bad decisions, because you're not using your calm cognitive sensory system. You're responding from a place of knee-jerk reactions. And I've spent money on things I shouldn't have spent money on. I've embarrassed myself in front of other people that was humiliating. And that was a tool that had been used on me as a means of reactionary abuse. Because if you lose your shit in front of somebody else, then you get embarrassed and you are like, okay, I'm gonna kind of pull myself away. I don't want to embarrass myself more in front of the person. So that's an excellent way that you can become triangulated and isolated away from other people is through that process of humiliation. And it's a sick cycle. It's a sick cycle, and it's one I need to fix. If I don't fix it, then I'll spend the rest of my life making bad decisions in the moment that exacerbate my stress. Because then you have to, it's just more to unfuck. You're putting more on the pile that needs to be unfucked. So shame about how you feel or how you respond or what your condition is. Because of course, my brain would like nothing more, my ego would like nothing more than for me to have my shit together all the time and living the life that is deemed acceptable. And shame picks at you. It picks you apart and worsens, exacerbates the situation. And learning to accept that, hey, listen, I'm not perfect. I have post-traumatic stress disorder and or complex post-traumatic stress disorder, however you want to say it. The symptoms seem very heightened at the present moment because of escaping from an abusive situation. It's hard to accept, when you want to be normal and you want to be something other than what is. And what Spirit is showing me right now is that I have to accept what is and learn strategies to cope with what is. Otherwise, it's just going to be a constant repetition and repeating a cycle of a nervous system that is flip-flopping all over the place. So this is my current mission all the way along. It's been one mission after another. And for those of you that are struggling with regulating your nervous system, and I know there's a lot of us out there, I'm sending you a whole bunch of compassion and understanding that it's not easy. It's not easy to it's just not easy. I guess that's really all I have to say today. I hope you're all well, and if I come across some more amazing tricks or tools other than the cold shower, I will I'll be sure to hop on and let you know. So if you want to get in touch with me to book an oracle read, that is on the cards, literally. Or we can do any kind of conversation about some of the struggles that you're facing that I have faced already along this path in regards to weight loss or giving up addictions or escaping from narcissistic abuse or dealing with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Then feel free to get in touch with me to book a one-on-one intuitive counseling. And we can come up with some strategies that might work for you. And the way to do that is in the description below. Just send me off an email or send me off a DM if you are contacts with me on Facebook. And thank you for all of the support that I receive on this journey. And I really, really, really appreciate all of the likes, the shares that have been happening, and the comments that I get, mean the absolute world to me. I am so grateful. I really think that the way forward is for all of us to work collectively to help each other out, because, I think more people out there than not have a lot of trauma, and it's deeply repressed under things. And I'm showing you where it gets when, you've lost the weight and you've given up all the addictions or the coping strategies that had previously kept everything at bay. And when you get to the root of the situation, you get to your nervous system. it even looks like roots. So at the root of it all, it is nervous systems that have become trained to be in a state of fight or flight frequently, flying into that response, highly adrenalized, which then of course leads to burnout, and then when you have burnout, there's more shame that comes with it, and so the more we can destigmatize the process of trauma recovery and things like anxiety, panic, depression. We need to destigmatize all of this stuff so that we can show up in the world authentically and real and be able to say, hey, I need help when you need help, as opposed to trying to do it all on your own. And if you haven't already gotten yourself a copy of the book Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, or Complex Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder From Surviving to Thriving by Pete Walker, please invest in that one. Another great resource that you should get your hands on is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. And I'm going to throw out another one because I'm talking about shame today, which is The Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw. Are three amazing resources that you can use on your own healing journey. And with that said, peace out.